So we're a minute and 45 seconds in, and nobody signed on yet. But I thought I'd get started. Uh, I know, been away from the camera for a while, so I thought I'd do a live stream. Nothing fancy, no fancy cameras. I know a lot of you guys are probably already got this thing or probably already seen it, seen the videos. I know how DJI does their thing. They give their new releases to the big YouTubers and stars, and then about a week or so before we actually get our hands on it, you got people already doing demos. So sorry if any of this is something you've already seen, but yeah, I've been away from the camera. Haven't been really droning or been into the drone, I guess, review stuff in a while, couple weeks, couple months. I can't remember how long it's been. I had the old trusty Mavic Pro. To recap, and I believe that I was interested in the Autel Evo, but the Autel Evo did not come out with a 1-inch sensor. So if you remember that, you probably got a hint on which Mavic Pro, Mavic 2 I got. Um, and just kind of following what guys are looking into and the things that were happening on YouTube as far as drones go. Just not interested in buying every drone out there anymore. I mean, they $1,000 drones. I mean, I didn't need another one. I mean, I didn't need another drone that didn't have a 1 sensor on it. A lot of hype around drones, a lot of specs and features that I mean to me are relative. Like without with 100 megabit recording, unless you're a professional videographer, I don't think any of that stuff really matters to your average droner. But with that said, I went out and I bought the Mavic 2 Pro. And the reason I bought the Mavic 2 Pro, and I'll get into this once I start doing a review on the drones, is because I didn't really see the value of the Mavic 2 zoom. I mean, a 24x zoom, I guess it was more of what a mechanical zoom or I don't know what you call it. Not a digital zoom like the Mavic Pro had, but a mechanical zoom where you get a smooth zoom on it. Yeah, zoom feature wasn't really. It's something I didn't use in the Mavic Pro. I mean, the Mavic Pro actually had a 2x zoom on it. If you didn't know, you tap a couple times, and depending on how you set your button up, there's a 5 directional or a 4 directional button. I think it's a 5 direction button because I think you can press it too. Not sure, can't remember. 5 direction button up on the screen area in the lower right corner. Press that or whatever button you set up, and it would zoom in 2x times. I didn't really use it. I think I did use it maybe once or twice just to kind of keep a safe distance from stuff, but it gave me like a false perspective. So I thought I was closer to something than I actually really was. I think that's how I want to say it. I was further back, but I thought I was closer to it, which meant when I backed up, I probably could have backed up into something. So long story short, didn't use the zoom. If I had to, I would just get closer, which most of the time you're flying within a distance that doesn't really require a zoom. But I can get what DJI was going for with the zoom. Maybe they were trying to get something like an Inspire type thing going where you actually have a zoom, but a 2x zoom, not enough for me to go out and say, hey, yeah, I want this one over the Pro. Also, I mean, I'm gonna go for this one with a fine tooth comb. And you guys know if it's good, I'm gonna tell you. If it's bad, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not a DJI loyal. I mean, I might have an account or something with them, but if they don't give you a good product, like I returned like a lot of DJI stuff, man, because I didn't like it. I returned the Air. I returned the goggles only because I didn't use them. Great goggles, by the way, but just didn't use them. Um, and I'll give you the real, man. I'm not here to promote anything that would you be wasting your money on. And there are some things that I'm kind of like not liking about the release of these two new drones. And the reason for that is because you could have taken the zoom feature if this one doesn't have it and stick it in this camera, and maybe met somewhere in the middle on pricing. But not knocking you guys who decided to go out and get the Mavic 2 Zoom. I mean, if it works for you, $1,200 is cool. I was just interested in something that had a 1-inch sensor. Ever since I've been doing videography, I guess I've been looking for something with a bigger sensor. When I switched to, I think I got a 1/2 sensor in my FZ 1000. Well, I can't remember what it is. FZ 300, FZ 1000. Can't remember which one it is. When I switched to the LX10 and saw the difference in clarity and night shots and low light performance in a 1-inch sensor, I thought that the Pro would be the one to get into. So, with all that said, since no one signed on, I am going to do a quick low tech unboxing. I'm just going to open this thing up, see what's in the box. I got this, by the way, I got this from Amazon. Move that camera a little bit. And the reason I got it from Amazon is because, like I said, if I got to return it, Amazon is pretty much no fuss when it comes to returning stuff. Don't like it. I don't. They're not going to return this. They're not going to return this and give me the shipping. Like usually, you return something if I'm using Prime, they would let you return it under your Prime account. They would give you a label. For some reason, when I buy drones or from the drones that I bought, I had to pay for the shipping back to DJI. So this is a pretty, I don't know, maybe 5 pound box. So if I do send this back, it's probably gonna cost me like $20 to send this thing back, from the cost that I spent for it. But with that said, it arrived in 2 days. I ordered it on, I think, 20. No, it didn't arrive in 2 days. It arrived in like 4 days. I think I ordered it on like the 24th. It was shipped on the 25th, and it showed up today. And again, FedEx disappointed by delivering this thing, or saying they delivered it, and they didn't deliver it. I get here, I go looking, check my tracking. It says we made an attempt. Sorry for the multiple focus. My camera really isn't working on this front-facing camera. It's constantly trying to focus. It said we made an attempt to deliver, and I'm like, I'm sitting in my living room. No attempt was made. No door tag. Nothing. Not sure why, but I had to go pick it up. So again, not too impressed by the FedEx service, but let's get into what this video is about. And that is the unboxing of the Mavic 2 Pro. Fly More package, by the way. This is also the Fly More package. So, a couple cuts, and we are open. Okay, so right off the bat, get that out of the box. Top of the box, Mavic Pro 2. A Mavic 2 Pro. I keep saying Mavic Pro 2. Mavic 2 Pro. Pretty heavy box here. Feels a lot heavier than previous drones that I bought from DJI. Feels way heavier than the Mavic Pro, if I'm not mistaken. But I think it's a bigger drone. Second box. Again, this is the Fly More package. So this is the Fly More combo set. I know a lot of guys, when they order the new drones, they try to stay away from ordering the Fly More kits. But if you do the math, the Fly More kits, for some of the stuff, if you're going to use it, the extra set of props, the 2 batteries, the car charger, I don't really use the bag. It comes out a lot cheaper than actually buying each accessory separately. So you might have gotten like a little bit of a discount if you bought like the Mavic 2 Pro by itself and then bought an extra battery, 30 minutes of flight time each, and been happy with it. But Amazon, for some reason, didn't have the individual packages, and like I said, I didn't want to go straight through DJI because I didn't want to deal with any return crap if anything were to go wrong with this. Because if something goes wrong, this will go right back in the box and we'll go back to DJI pretty quickly. So, with that said, let's get into the Mavic Pro 2 here first, see what's in the box, take it out, inspect it, see what's going on. I'm going to tilt the camera down just a little bit so we can see what's going on here. Hopefully you can see everything. Sorry about my hairy legs, just got back from the gym. I'm going to cut through the cellophane wrapper, if I think this is what this is called, cut through the plastic wrapper. This might need to be sharpened. I didn't even make a cut in that thing. Okay, let's do that again. Go through the wrapper, remove the plastic from it. So that's the side. And this unboxes by sliding off. It looks like sliding off. Is there anything holding this on? Sliding off this sleeve. A little bit different from the Mavic Pro when I remember buying it. The Mavic Pro came in a box with a lid on it. This is more packaged like the goggles. I'm in there and it's on its little box inside of a sleeve. Okay, I'm gonna tilt this down just a little bit more so I can see what's in this box, or show you guys what's in this box once we get it opened up. Gotta cut through the open, I guess you call it the opening sticker, that sticker that shows that it's been opened. And when we get into the box, there you go. There's the Mavic 2 Pro. Remote control. It looks like the gimbal buttons are removable like the Mavic Air, which is a cool feature. 2-tone controller, more of a gray on top with a dark rubber on the bottom, if you can see that. And this is the Mavic Pro 2. I gotta get used to saying that. Mavic Pro 2. Form factor wise, not much bigger. I mean, from what I assumed, I thought it was gonna be super, like, way bigger than the Mavic Pro itself. Actually not. And the camera, if I can show you that, is, let's get the lens cover off there. Hasball, I think it is. Interesting gimbal design, or gimbal cover, if you can see that. So I don't know if you can see that because I'm using a front-facing camera. There's like a little hinge in here that kind of goes behind the gimbal itself. and it slides from behind the gimbal. It's probably going to take me a little bit of practice to put that on there because it doesn't seem to, well, maybe it does. Yeah, it does. It just slides back in there. Okay, so not a problem. I remember Casey did a video when he had the Mavic Air saying that he couldn't put that back on and he just threw this in the trash. I'm not going to do that. Definitely different bottom sensors. The bottom looks a lot more cleaned up, and I don't even know what these things are. I got to go through the actual, like I said, I haven't even done a lot of research on this, but there's two little, I don't know what you call them on the bottom here. They look like IR sensors right there on the bottom. I don't know what these are. They almost look like the LEDs that are in like a torch flashlight, but I'm pretty sure they're not bottom-facing LEDs. Well, we will see once we get it fired up. We got an IR sensor here, and we have two camera sensors. I can't remember because I haven't looked at the bottom of the Mavic Pro in quite a while. I think the Mavic Pro had a an echo, or what do you call it, like a sonar sensor on the bottom of it too. Look like a little microphone, if I'm not mistaken. I got to go back and check that. Gimbal design looks pretty nice. I don't know if you can see the top of the gimbal there. It looks like it's mounted more like an Inspire type gimbal. Not just dangling like the Mavic Pro gimbal was. So definitely interested in getting this thing fired up and see how well it handles. I did see something. Again, I haven't been following this. I know I got to keep disclaiming that. I haven't been following this, but every time I go on Google, I'll see something that, some of the other drone guys have posted up about the Mavic Pro 2. And something I saw said something about the gimbal and having a gimbal replacement, not DJI offering a gimbal replacement. So hopefully, once I get this thing fired up, there are no problems with the gimbal. Let's unfold it real quick, see what it looks like unfolded, without the props on it, of course. Get it unfolded. Same form factor. I know it's kind of hard to see that in frame as the Mavic Pro. Probably a little bit bigger, a little bit wider wingspan on this, it looks like. The motors don't look that big. Again, when I followed this thing pre-release, people were saying that the motors are going to be huge. It's going to be like almost the size of a Phantom with, bigger motors, like a Phantom 4 with bigger motors. The battery itself doesn't even look that big. I mean, it looks a little bit longer. If I can get this thing out of here. The battery doesn't look that big. A little bit thicker. Definitely thicker than the Mavic Pro. Deeper cavity there. And definitely probably about a third as thick as the Mavic Pro. But and the way that it mounts up is a little bit different too. So if you can see, like the battery plugs are in the back now instead of in the front. And to my surprise, which is awesome, this thing has top, rear, and side obstacle avoidance. I think it was rumored that it was going to have top obstacle avoidance, but that is a big plus. You never know when you're, like, I've been in situations where I was under a tree using the goggles and started to elevate or raise the, raise the elevation, and I was under the tree, and I'm glad I stopped because I could have ran into the tree. So definitely a nice addition. I'm going to go through this and kind of see what that does. I'm just doing this, like I said, from like a first time newbie. Didn't do any research on this thing other than the drone videos that you saw me do prior to this being released, when I was talking about getting whatever drone came out. I stopped following Asada LV. I just stopped following all the drone guys that were talking about this every week, and nothing was showing up. And I just waited for the thing to come out. I mean, I knew I was going to get the 1-inch sensor if it came out, and that's why I didn't get the. That's why I did not get the Evo, because it didn't come out with a 1-inch sensor version. I think I've already mentioned that, and I'm live streaming, so I can't take it out. But yeah, I think I'm kind of liking the form factor on this. It's got some like air ducts right here on the sides. I got a couple pieces of tape holding that in. On the bottom, sorry, showed you that. Showed you the battery. Yeah, nice. And of course, the front-facing cameras for obstacle avoidance. So I'm gonna just fold this back up real quick. And then we're going to place it back in the box. I'm sure you already know what's in these boxes if you ever bought a DJI drone. It's your cables and wires, and then you have a charging block, a power supply for the batteries. And we're going to leave that all in the box for now, because I don't really feel like unboxing that. And now we're going to go to the Fly More combo. Get that open. Throw the plastic to the side. And how do you open this one up? Let's see. Looks like there's a flap on there somewhere. Okay, open from the top. Pull it out. And there's your Flymore combo bag. I'm assuming everything is packed away inside the bag here. So let's just take a quick look at what's in there. You got a one flap. And if this is anything like the, I don't know, I had something with a bag before. I think it may have been the, what bag was that? I got something with a bag. I think it was the Air. It came with a bag, and the bag was multi-purpose. You could actually use it for the Air or use it for your Mavic Pro. Maybe this is multi-purpose. You could probably put, you know, your Mavic Pro or your Mavic Pro 2 or Mavic 2 Pro in there. Let's get it open and see what's inside. So I don't know what that is. It's heavy. And let's pop it, see what's got in it. Okay. So open that up, and we have what looks to be like a car charger inside of there, or charging this up in your car. Something I never really bought before. Probably because I'm not in the car long enough to have to recharge the battery. And usually 2 or 3 batteries for me are enough to keep the thing in the sky long enough for me to get the video I need. Box number 2. The Flymore kit is, drum roll please. Pop that. Let's see what we got here. Got a little square box here. Oh, okay. So you got your multi-battery charging hub here. You got your strap for your bag, and I think that is it. Something else right now. Let's see what that is. USB battery base. Battery bank USB adapter is what that is. Pretty cool tool. Helps you recharge your remote control phones on the go. Cool thing to have. I had it with the Mavic Pro. Let's put that to the side. And last but not least, deep down in the bottom of the bag, we have 2 additional batteries and a piece of foam. And I think they gotta be here somewhere. I should have a set of propellers, but they might actually be tucked away inside the Mavic Pro bag. Nice bag. I mean, Mavic 2 Pro bag. Nice bag. Probably get some use out of it instead of having to go out and buy one of those big old accessory bags. If it fits everything in here, I'll definitely use it. Than, you know, some of the others that we bought for the Mavic Pro. So, all right, guys. So again, thanks for. I guess I was going to say thanks for tuning in, but unless I'm actually not live streaming right now, nobody has tuned into this video. So hopefully, you guys will stay tuned, and I'll be back to you soon with some reviews on this whole setup, some close-ups, and a more professional video in a day or two when I get up work. So stay tuned for my review on the Mavic 2 Pro. Talk to you later. Bye.